Priya, who was asking for the Surya Namaskara class. And so today we will focus more on Surya Namaskara. What we will do, we will see there are two types or three dimensions. One is the pace. Let's say you pick Surya Namaskara, classical Surya Namaskara that we do, Bihar School of Yoga Surya Namaskara. For this discussion, let's say that's classical Surya Namaskara. You can do that, or you can vary that with pace. And so we will try that. So you pick one Surya Namaskara and vary that with a pace, as in you can do it fast with every inhalation, exhalation, or you can pause at each of the postures. And then there is another dimension of different variations of Surya Namaskara, as in Ashtanga Vinyasa, Surya Namaskara A variation, and Surya Namaskara B variation. And so we will have all those variations.
Sorry to interrupt in between. We are only able to see your half of your face actually.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if my laptop helps me connect again. I don't know why the camera should do different things. Okay, let me join back from my laptop.
This is perfect, Jay.
All right. See, these smartphones are too smart. They may be focusing on different things depending on where the noises are coming. I don't know if they change the focus, and so sorry about that. So I was saying that we will we will practice today 3 types of Surya Namaskara. We've done this before and we will repeat it. There is no problem in repetition. In fact, every breath is a repetition. So there is no problem at all in repetition. So none of us in these sessions should feel any, how shall we say, resistance. And if you see a resistance, notice that resistance. When we are repeating something and if you are sensing a resistance, make that into a practice. Oh, I'm feeling this resistance. And so repetition is not a problem at all. And we will repeat today Surya Namaskaras of different types. And we will do it with varying paces. And we'll also have some time to correct each of these postures. There are usually difficulties that people get into. And in fact, I would pause some time and asking if there are any questions about postures that we should spend some more time correcting, because if you don't get the alignment right in Surya Namaskara, and since we repeat this more often, there is more chance of injury. Even when I say there is no perfection in any of the postures, I keep saying that there is a spirit of the posture. I must also say that if you get the spirit wrong, you can cause injury. And so to avoid that, since we keep repeating this more often than other postures, we will spend more time. So before, right off the bat, are there any, for example, last session that I joined, Priya was saying, I have trouble breathing in Hasta Uttanasana back bend. And many of you might have dropped out of the session when I said, don't compromise your breathing to hold a posture. And so if you are going deep in a posture and that makes you uncomfortable breathing, ease off from the edge a bit so you can breathe properly. Like that, are there any questions that I should know about the difficulties that you have in postures, especially in Surya Namaskara, that we should spend more time? Please unmute and talk. Any posture that is challenging for you, or you're not quite sure if you are getting it right. You know, I can be silent for an hour waiting very easily. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So sometimes in some posture, I feel like I am getting vibration kind of thing. So
Yes.
like it is difficult to manage whether I should hold it or I should come out of that. What is good for me?
Very good question, Sanjay. Thank you. The muscles, how should we say, if muscles are, you're taking them to an edge, they might, you would feel like they are struggling, right? And you know, sometimes I get into a belly dance kind of a thing, like that. And that is okay as long as you don't have trouble breathing.
Okay.
It is okay. It is okay, as in you're getting into a back stretch and your whole body is shaking. That's fine. You're actually signaling to the muscles and bones that this is what I want to do. And they may not be ready yet. But if it restricts your breathing, ease off a bit. But I bet as you practice, the postures that made you shake all over, you wouldn't even notice. You would go through those postures without any problem. Just practice.
Thanks.
By the way, I still have body shakes in postures if I'm, in fact, I should say this morning. And that is because if I don't practice regularly, so the body needs to relearn. So that's okay.
Okay.
Other questions?
One more question. When I'm doing Utkatasana, so generally you say that I should feel the stretch not on the knee but on my thigh muscles. But most of the time I get tension in my knee only. I try to pull my knee backward, but still I feel tension is there in my knee. So I don't know whether I should do it. It will benefit or it will harm me.
Beautiful question. Common problem. When you are doing Utkatasana, are you able to look down and see your big toes?
Yes.
You are able to do that?
Yes.
Good. That itself is a good starting point. A lot of people might have their knees forward, much forward, and put a lot of load on their knees. I would not advise that. So keep the knees, you should be able to at least see the big toes. And yet, if you see more load, don't bend so much initially. Don't bend your knees so much. Okay. Bend a little. And as you practice, you can bend the knees further without the load being felt on the knees. See, when other muscles are not quite cooperating or not ready, or the muscles that should do the work are not ready, the muscles that don't need to be involved get involved. And in fact, this is how we cause injuries. When you're trying to, let's say, lift, without bending your knees, if you lift, you might actually pull your back. But if you bend your knees, you can actually recruit your thigh muscle strength to lift. And so, but if you're not bending and if you're trying to lift, the back muscles are automatically trying to compensate for the thigh muscles that are not working. And so if you are aware that you're putting more load on the knees, that's a great starting point. So ease off your bend until you feel comfortable, and you practice that for a period of time, and you would see that you can bend more without feeling such a load on the knees. Thanks for that question, Sanjay.
Thanks.
Others? Nobody has asked me yet about Ashtanga Namaskara. I don't know how many of you are feeling difficulty when I say drop your knees down, chest between the palms and chin down. Any of you want to talk about this? Who have difficulty with this instruction? Following the instructions. Chest between the palms. Down on the mat. Okay, that's good. If you don't have a problem, I'm not wishing that there is a problem. But for now, if you're having a problem, just lie down flat and you keep practicing. Gently lower as much as you can, and finally, if you're not able to get the chest all the way down between the palms, at that time, just lie down on your stomach, right? Are the kinds of variations that I would suggest as we get into the session. So let's begin. Any comfortable posture. Eyes softly closed. Where do you feel your breath? Where all do you feel your breath? Scan your body. Oh, I feel the breath here. Oh, there. Oh, I didn't even realize I could feel the breath there. Everything is connected. The entire body breathes in and out. If you're not feeling the breath in all the parts, it's okay. It's okay. As you practice, you would become sensitive, more sensitive. But rotate your awareness around your body to check where all can you feel your breath. It's a miracle. Absolute magnificent miracle that we are all here. Let's use Hatha Yoga practice for the next 45 minutes to pay attention to this miracle. Namaskara Mudra. Tilt your head forward. Gently open your eyes. Inhaling, arms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down, looking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more round. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Could I ask a couple of people who have not been practicing or who are starting recently to come on video? Those who have joined recently. I see Manjit, I see Sunil. Anybody else wanting to be on video who have started practicing recently, so I can see how people who have just started also are coming along with the instructions.
I want to come on video, but my video is not working somehow on Teams.
Okay, Sanjay, thank you. I don't know if I can see if anybody has joined our video or not. If you've joined, can you say something?
Jay, Yatish here, Jay.
Yatish, hey, thanks Yatish.
Thank you, sir.
Have you joined? I'm not still seeing your video, Yatish.
Kids are with me, Jay. Actually, they may make some noise. And
You don't need audio, only your video is sufficient.
Actually, they are also doing, I don't know how they may spoil the environment.
I'm sorry?
They are also doing, they may spoil the environment in the sense.
Who else is with you?
Yeah, my daughter is there.
Perfect. Not I don't have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely not. You can mute, but come on video. That's all. I'm glad your daughter is with you. I'm very glad. This is one of the heartening thing for me that family and even neighbors. Anita, Niranjana's neighbor, also started joining. I was thrilled to hear that. Come up to standing. I'm not getting Yatish's video, but we'll continue as he is working on that. Front of the mat, Tadasana. We'll do classical Surya Namaskara. Watch for instruction. First, we will do a simple, normal pace, and I want you to follow along. Those who have been practicing can explore while I'm giving instructions. Explore the edges as you feel it. Again, the first round, these rounds don't explore too much. You're still warming up. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, right foot back. Left foot back. Exhaling, drop your knees down, chest between the palms, chin down. Inhaling, scooping forward, Bhujangasana. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, right foot forward. Exhaling, left foot forward. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, left foot back. Right foot back. Exhaling, drop your knees down, chest between the palms, chin down. Inhaling, scooping forward, Bhujangasana. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhaling, left foot forward. Exhaling, right foot forward. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, Namaskara Mudra. Release your arms. Stand relaxed. Surya Namaskara is so beautifully designed. It's almost magical. The way it wakes up the energies. We're all energy systems. And Surya Namaskara not only wakes up the energy, it guides the energy through. It's all a balancing practice. Now we will do each of the postures and I will give instructions so you can make the adjustments and correct. 3 deep breaths. Feet close together, Tadasana, standing tall like a mountain. Feet close together. If she wants to join Sanjay, that's fine. That's awesome. Sanjay. Namaskara Mudra. In Namaskara Mudra also, relax the shoulders. Shoulders relaxed. Bring your attention to your feet, how even the weight distribution is. Take your arms straight up, palms pressing each other, and move your hips forward, raise your chest up, look up at the ceiling, take your arms back as much as you can. Now keep taking your hips to the front, arms to the back with even weight distribution on your feet. Pelvis moving forward, your hips have to move forward first. 5 deep breaths, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, bend from the hips, not from the spine. Bend from the hips, full bending forward. Relax the arms. Now, you may not be able to reach your toes if that is what you're trying to do, but that's not needed at all. Make sure you bend your knees to place your abdomen connecting to the thighs. And then head completely relaxed. Shoulders completely relaxed. It's a surrender. You're surrendering to the sun. Remember, this is the sun salutation. Surrender to the source of the energy. 5 breaths. Your abdomen may be constricted, so these breaths may be more chest with the abdomen pressing against the thighs. Your breathing in might inflate your chest more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, right foot back, long step back, long step. And then look to the front. Your right foot is on the toes. The heels, take your heels without moving the toes, take the heel toward the back wall gently. Even while you're looking to the front, you would feel a stretch on your right hip front. Allow the exhalations to open your right hip further by relaxing your right hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot back, flat. Tighten your abdomen. Tighten your abdomen. Shoulder blades away from each other. You're looking down between the fingertips on the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Chest between the palms. Chin down. If you're not able to place the chest between the palms, you can place the chest in front of your fingers. Or if you're not able to do that at all, just lie down flat. Next, inhalation, pushing forward your chest. Place your hips on the ground, Bhujangasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chin down on the ground. Chin down on the ground. In Bhujangasana that we practice in Surya Namaskara, you are not really pressing the palms and straightening your elbow. This Bhujangasana practice is to use the back muscle strength to coming up. So to practice that, inhaling, chin up, head up, chest up. Take the hands off the mat. Take the hands off the mat. Keep the legs down on the ground, big toes touching each other. Sanjay, go down and take the hands off the mat, chin up, chest up, head up. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, place the palms down. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Palms and fingers rooting to the mat. Many of you might have only the outer edges of your hands on the mat. You might have your little finger and maybe ring finger on the mat. Thumbs and the other fingers may be off the mat. Look at your palm. Are all the fingers and the palms rooting to the mat? Look at your palm. Look at your thumbs. Thumbs a little closer to the index finger, but other fingers spread out. Now, as you keep looking at your thumb, flatten the back. And then move your seat bones away from your thumbs, away as much away. Your head is receding away between the rails of your arms. You can slightly bend your knees, not a problem. And then drop your head down. Back foot on the toes. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, right foot forward between the palms, Ashva Sanchalana. Now, those who are not able to do this, drop both, go back to Adho Mukha, drop both knees down, come off the floor with the hands off the floor, step your right foot forward and then place the palms down and then come to this posture where your right foot is between the fingertips, chin up. Now left heel is going toward the back wall. Relax your left hip. Feel the stretch in your left hip. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, left foot forward, joining the right foot between the palms, head down. Knees can be slightly bent, abdomen on the thighs. Surrender to the sun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the palms, inhaling back bend. Always inhale, come up and go for back bend. Pelvis moving forward enough so your weight distribution is even on your feet. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Namaskara Mudra. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling back bend. See if you can go just a bit deeper by moving your pelvis just a bit, few millimeters forward. Take your arms millimeters back, looking up at the ceiling. If you're comfortable, drop your head in the back. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation, full forward bend. Next inhalation, left foot back. Long step back. Left heel going toward the back wall. Open your left hip, chin up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot back, plank. Shoulders right over the wrists. Abdomen tight. Shoulder blades going away from each other. No neck posture. You're looking down gently between the fingertips. Abdomen tight. Hold the posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Chest between the palms. Chin down. In this posture, check your elbows. Elbows are closer to the body. They're not like wide. They're not pointing away. They're closer to the body, point directly toward the back wall. Palms comfortably down. Next inhalation, Bhujangasana. Sanjay, go back down. Take the hands on the mat. Use the back muscle strength to come up in Bhujangasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Look at your thumbs and flatten the back and seat bones going away, head receding away, and then drop your head down. Now, gently squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back. With slightly bent knees, chest is moving toward the knees. Head completely relaxed. You might even be able to look at your navel. Throat lock might automatically happen. Jalandhara Bandha. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhalation, left foot forward between the palms. Ashvasanchalana. Now, your fingertips or your palms are not really taking the weight. The weight is borne entirely by your front foot flat on the mat, back foot on the toes, and the weight is entirely on them. No, you're not holding the posture. The fingers are there gently guiding. Not much weight on the fingers or the palms on the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exhalation. Back foot forward, Uttanasana, full forward bend. Consciously bend the knees and place the abdomen on the thighs. Head completely relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. No holding the shoulders up. Head completely relaxed. The weight of the head, imagine the weight of the head pulling your spine to stretch downward. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the palms, inhaling back bend. Pelvis moving forward, weight distribution even on your feet. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, Namaskara Mudra. Release the posture, stand relaxed. We all have unique worlds. You know, we create our own unique worlds in our minds. And each of these postures have completely different meanings in those worlds. Allow the breath to normalize. Those of you, if you have any questions, please unmute and ask before we proceed. If you have any question about a posture, anything that felt unnatural or difficult or challenging, I can give you a variation. For example, yes.
You are saying bend from the hips and bend from the spine, right?
Yes.
How do we differentiate between, how do I know that whether I'm doing that right or?
Very nice. Very good question. Who was asking the question?
Soumya.
Soumya. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's practice that. Feet hip width apart. Hands on the waists. Keep the knee straight. Keep the knee straight. Just bend forward comfortably. Comfortably. Bend forward. Keep the knee straight. Keep the knee straight. And now your spine might be rounding. Now allow the arms to hang loose. Keep the knee straight. Allow the arms to hang loose. Remember, I always say is bend the knees. Now you're not bending the knees in forward bend. Now your spine might be rounded. You might feel like your spine is rounding, and I will give you a different feeling of what this is. Hands on the waist, inhaling, come up. Now what we did is we bent from the hips, but we also, I would say, for lack of better term, we also, the spine shape also changed. Let's put it that way. Okay. When what we just did was we bent from the hips, but our spine shape also changed relative to Tadasana. It's always relative to Tadasana is a straight posture. The spine has a certain curvature. Between the shoulder blades, it juts out, and then it goes toward the front of the body, and then it comes out toward the hips. The spine comes out, right? That's kind of this, there are curves. At the neck, it goes toward the front of the body. And the lumbar area, it goes to the front of the body. The thoracic area, the chest area, the spine goes out toward the back. And also at the bottom, this sacral region, also it goes toward the back. And so there's a normal curve, and that's the normal spine. Now, when you did forward bend from the hips and then you allowed your arms to hang loose, the curve of the spine changed. Let's just put it that way. Now, we want to consciously keep the spine as it is, and we're going to bend forward. Hands on your waists. Now, keep the spine as it is. No spine shape changing at all. Bend from the hips, look to the front. Halfway forward. Keep the spine curvature exactly as it was standing forward, standing tall. Look to the front. Now, as much as you kept the spine shape the same, now this is bending from the hips without the spine shape changing. And this is what I mean. Now, stretch the arms forward. Stretch the arms forward. This we have practiced Ardha Uttanasana, where the spine has not changed, but you bend from the hips. Hands back on the hip, waist, inhaling, come on. Soumya, in the second variation, we kept the spine shape the same and we bend from the hips.
Okay. So I can feel it in my legs actually in the second variation, the stretch in the legs.
Of course. Yeah.
I think I'm doing right.
Of course, to keep the spine straight and bending forward is a completely different, or it requires more flexibility on the back muscles. But since most of us we don't have, I usually say bend your knees so that you don't have to stretch your back too much and cause injury while trying to maintain the spine as if you're in Tadasana in full forward bend. So what we are going to do now is we're going to do full forward bend with the bent knees, but with the spine in Tadasana posture. Yes, hands on the waist. First of all, start bending the knee slightly. Start bending the knee slightly so that you're relaxing. Now, keep the spine as it is in Tadasana. Bend from the hips halfway. Bend the knees. Bend the knees. Look to the front. Look to the front. Bring your spine as if it is standing tall, as in Tadasana. Flatten the back, as I call it. Now, you can bend the knee more, but allow the chin to go down toward the ground, keeping the spine in its original Tadasana posture. Keep taking this chin going down toward the ground. Now, naturally, your abdomen is connecting to the thighs. Now, allow the arms to hang loose, head down. Now, in this posture, the spine is more in the Tadasana posture, and you bend from the hips. In proper Uttanasana, your knee will be straight and your spine will be more or less in Tadasana, for which you need more flexibility. Hands on your waist, inhaling, come up. Very good question, Soumya. Thank you. Others? One variation. In Hasta Uttanasana, I say press the palms, take the arms back. If that is too difficult, separate the palms, keep the arms parallel to each other. Let's practice that. Feet close together. Now, if keeping the feet close together is problematic, you can separate them few inches apart, not a problem. As long as you're firmly planting your feet on the ground with weight between your feet even. This is okay variation, even though I keep saying keep your feet all the way together. Namaskara Mudra. Take your arms straight up. Separate the palms so your arms are parallel to each other, shoulder width. Palms are facing each other. Your thumbs are pointing toward the back wall gently. Now, pelvis moving forward, take your arms back. Look up at the ceiling. Keep the arms parallel to each other. Take the arms back, pelvis moving forward. Look up at the ceiling. Inhaling, come to center. Exhaling, release your arms. This is a variation you can do if keeping the palms pressed is making it harder for you to breathe. Any other questions? We are running out of time. We'll continue with other variations later, but I want to make sure that I answer questions about challenging postures in Surya Namaskara, so you get the alignment, the spirit and the alignment right to avoid injuries. Other questions?
Jay, in Asva Sanchalana, I'm not able to, my hand is pressing down.
Yes. Your hands, meaning a lot of weight.
Yeah, at least in one hand.
On the one hand, yes. That's. Let's practice that. Very good question. If you have trouble, start with your feet, let's say 6 inches apart. Start with your feet 6 inches apart. Yeah, Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling, Hasta Uttana. Exhaling, Uttana. Inhaling, right foot back. Now, take your weight toward the back foot. So since your right foot is back, I guess your weight is more on your right hand, correct? Yes. So shift your weight toward the back foot, as in take more load on the back foot. Yes. Now you can ease. Yes. Now exhaling, right foot forward, Uttana. Hands on the waist, inhaling, come up. Release. Does that help, Niranjana?
Yes, Jay, it helps a lot if I have a feet away.
Yes, to shift more weight onto the back foot allows you to not press too much. And by the way, a lot of people might have finger trouble or wrist trouble by being heavy on the fingers or the wrists in Ashwasanchalana because they're putting more weight, or the posture shifts to the wrists and palms and fingers than the posture being about the hips and the balance being on your feet. It's a balancing, there is a balancing going on. And so it's, it is not, or become aware of the fact that first of all, you need to have your weight borne by your feet rather than your hands. And if you need, you can start with your feet slightly apart as you go back. So you can balance your entire weight on your front foot, knee bent, and back leg, knee straight on the toes. Very good question, Niranjana. Thank you. Others? Let's practice one round of Surya Namaskara with, let's put together all that we have learned. We're going to repeat what we did earlier on. Come to Tadasana. Slight variations, as I said, if you're not able to place your feet all the way together, you can start with them apart, a bit apart. Namaskara Mudra. Bringing gratitude into your heart. Surya Namaskara. Practice with gratitude. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling right foot back. Left foot back. Exhaling, drop your knees down, chest between the palms, chin down. Inhaling Bhujangasana. Exhaling Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling right foot forward. Exhaling left foot forward. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling left foot back. Right foot back. Exhaling Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhaling Bhujanga. Exhaling Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling left foot forward. Exhaling right foot forward. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling Namaskara Mudra. Sit in any comfortable posture. Sukhasana, Vajrasana. Chin Mudra. Index finger lightly touching the thumb. Shoulders relaxed, eyes softly closed. In your world, what is the meaning of these postures? Pay attention to what the body is telling you, what the breath is telling you, the emotional state. No right or wrong answer. It's your own world. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take your hands back, catch the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale. Exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, come up. Rub your palms vigorously, generating heat. Massage your closed eyes with your heated palms. Gently blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope this is useful.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there questions? I can wait for some time to answer questions.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
In Ashtanga Namaskara, you were mentioning that, the elbow should be close to the body. Is it okay to drop the elbow if we are finding it difficult?
Drop the elbow all the way down to the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are lying flat, you may not be able to do that if you have actually placed your chest between the palms. You may not be able to do that, or it's unnatural. But if you're lying flat, yeah, you can close to the body, and yes, you can land them on the ground. As you keep practicing, let's say you're kind of lying flat on the ground, you can then start walking your knees forward just a bit after lying down. This we did in last class, I think. I don't know if it was the last class. Lying down flat, placing the palms by the side of the chest, elbows close to the body, chin down on the ground. Tuck your toes in and walk your knees forward, bringing the seat bones up as much as you can. That is another way of approaching Ashtanga Namaskara. When you do that, it will be hard for you to keep the elbow down on the ground. But you can start there.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Other questions?
Yeah, hi Jay.
Yes.
Yeah, actually Jay, my wife also do yoga with me.
Yes.
But she has issues with forward bending. Actually, few years back she has some backache.
Yes.
And doctor told to not perform forward bending. So
Yes.
she is not able to do Surya Namaskara. So some steps which she can skip, or like partial Surya Namaskara, something is there.
Very good question. Very good question. Is it that she cannot bend at all forward, or she can bend a little bit?
Hi, actually I can bend, but when I do forward bending, then my back starts aching.
Yeah. So what I suggest is stop at Ardha Uttana, as in halfway folding forward is enough, rather than full forward bend. Are you able to practice standing and then bending halfway?
Yeah, I can do that, but I'm not sure how it will impact my back.
Yeah. So if you're worried at all, don't, especially since the doctor is saying don't, and I don't want you to aggravate. Here we are trying to improve, not injure ourselves. And so you skip. See, the problem is if you skip forward bending, you will reach Ashwasanchalana in an unnatural way.
Yeah.
And so give it rest.
Okay. Is there any other during the starting we perform 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara? Is there anything else, any other sequence that can be performed? Once you had also taught about plank and
Yes.
Ardha Utthana, plank, and then Bhujang Asana. So she performed these things while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Sorry, say the sequence again. Sorry, repeat.
So it's like once you told to go for plank, then Adho Mukha, then again plank, then Bhujang Asana, then again.
Yes.
So
But
yeah.
is Adho Mukha okay with you?
Yeah,
Yeah, that is fine.
Because that is also forward bend.
Yeah, that is also forward bending, but because it's not like I don't stand and then do forward bending, so it works.
Okay. Be extremely aware. Avoid all distractions when you're practicing with an injury like that, so that your entire attention is listening to the body. I don't want you to get distracted, phones ringing, TVs going, or anything of that, or children playing. Avoid all of that if you're practicing with injury like that, because your full attention should be on your body, even if you're doing Adho Mukha plank or Adho Mukha plank, Urdhva Mukha plank, Adho Mukha, if that you can do comfortably, do that. But with extra care to not be distracted.
Sure.
All the best. Thank you. And then if you practice, I'm sure things can improve. Even though I don't give specific postures for specific problems, seems like you have a plan or an alternate while others are performing Surya Namaskara. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Others?
Jay, I have one more question. During Ashwasanchalana, so it is recommended to put a leg in between the hands, right?
Yes.
So when we are coming back from Adho Mukha back to Ashwasanchalana, at one step I'm not able to do that.
That's okay.
So,
that is okay. In fact, I gave a variation of that by saying, from Adho Mukha, drop both the knees down.
Okay.
And then take the weight off the hands, kind of standing a bit on your knees. You can actually stand on the knees. And then take your foot forward, the respective foot forward, plant the foot firmly, and then go back and land your fingers and palms. And then take the back knee off the ground.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
That is okay. So once again, I repeat for others. From Adho Mukha, drop both the knees down and then stand on your knees. Take the forward going foot forward, even 1, 2, 3 steps forward, far enough. Then you can land your fingers or palms by the side and then take the back knee off the ground to come back. And when you finish, the front foot is between the fingertips and back knee off the floor, chin up. Thank you, Soumya. Other questions? Very, very good. If you have more questions, we can use the Teams chat window for Q&A, definitely. Next class, I will continue the Surya Namaskara with the other variations, but we won't spend as much as this time in classical Surya Namaskara. So if you have questions at all, if you have any of these postures challenging, please ask. Don't assume that this is okay. If you have any questions at all, please ask. Thank you. I'll see you all soon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Jay.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.